what would it feel like if you just could take radical acceptance to everything in your life and everyone? That's what Freya is asking us to do this week. Of course, it starts with who we are, all of ourselves. You know, like we get so caught up in this fixing mindset, the self-help, all of that. And what if instead you just say, this is who I am. I don't need to be fixed. I just need to be who I am. Now, obviously that leads to the next issue sometimes, that we don't know who we are. And that's okay. So it's not, we can go on that journey of discovery, but without feeling the need that we have to fix anything. And I think that's what Freya is really trying to get us to do this week. It's literally, as I feel into her energy, if I just sit with her and my heart chakra is just opening and doing things, it's really this, things happen around us, in us, to us, whatever. And instead of trying to analyze it, instead of trying to figure out what we're supposed to even learn from it or why it happened, what if we just say, okay, this is it. This is today. This is what's happening right now. And that's I really do feel Freya's just got this message of just feeling into how much more peace would you have if you didn't have to solve anything. If you could just say, this is it. This is me being me. This is you being you. This is, she even says, the world being the world right now. That we don't have to analyze it. We don't have to fear it. We don't have to try and change it. If we just flip into this radical acceptance. And Freya's even kind of saying, I know. But how can you accept all the circumstances? And it doesn't mean, and her words are, it doesn't mean we agree to the circumstances. Yes, there's things we don't want to happen, and they happen though. And so what if, again, literally the words keep coming up of, rather than trying to solve it or fix it or change it, what if you could just sit back and go, this is what it's supposed to be? And I know that kind of, we can be like, oh, that's easy for you to say. And I can tell you, I sat with this card for a good 4 or 5 hours, trying to see if this message is for everyone or if it's just me. Because I know for me, I still can get there. I can still try and like, oh, this is crazy. I got to solve this. I got to do something about this. And I know Freya is telling me to just accept the circumstances, accept other people's responses, accept them not understanding you, she says. Accept that. And so when I sat with this, if any of this is resonating with you, please leave me a message, because I know this was for me. And I really as I sat with this card, I realized it was for everyone. And Freya wants me to, it's my throat chakra, a little bit of, how does radical acceptance look? So we asked Freya, like, how does it look? What does it do? And it's non-judgmental. And again, she says, start with yourself. Do you look in the mirror and judge? Oh, if I could only lose 10 pounds, if I could, oh, if my hair laid better today. Even judgments about, why was I thinking that? Why didn't I say this? Instead I said that. Oh my gosh, people are going to be so mad at me or not understand me. And what if, and Freya is just saying, versus all of that, just step back and say, this is who I am. And I'm just going to dive into who I am on a more active basis, she says. And what about circumstances that we don't like in our life? And Freya's like, so it's kind of a little tougher message. Freya's like, why is it your issue to solve someone else? Why is it you get to choose and judge and this one's attempt to make them align up with your thoughts, your beliefs, your correctness? What if even in the people that we don't feel like are doing what we think is right, we just step back and say, radical acceptance, you be you. I'll be me. You be you. And I really think that's just Freya's message for us this week. So again, my email will go out tomorrow. I invite you. There'll be more, because the longer I sit with the energy, the more things and words and ideas about how to do it come through. So feel free to get on my email. But I really would love for you guys just to tell me if radical acceptance is something that you're dealing with this week, or is it just me?